My next interview here at Turning Point USA in Phoenix is with Jeffrey Adam with Micronic Silver.
Yes, sir.
Did I say it right? That
you said it right.
I love this because I won't even go into the pre-camera interview there like that. But I believe that we're losing medical freedom in America, and a lot of people don't realize that we're losing medical freedom. And there's a lot of things that people are doing to take medical freedom in their own hands to be able to help protect not only their medical freedom, but in a lot of ways it protects other people's medical freedom. It's when you make that individual stand, and you did that with your business, and I want you to tell us about that before I ask you some questions about freedom in America.
Sure. Well, we've already taken the first step. We've gotten the people that really wanted to take all of our rights away, and we've elected the right people in there to start making a change. Because they were trying to shut down our voice. They were using the lessons of Babylon against us. They were building a tower and God confused the language and it crumbled. Well, they learned that lesson, they used it against us, and it confused the language, so we couldn't speak prosperity to what we're doing. So let's praise Jesus that has happened. But yes, we got into this in 2020. I have the Micronic Silver products. We worked with a company and we applied for emergency patent tested, and they refused to allow it to be patent tested, even though it worked. So that gave us insight to what's happening, and I got into the freedom movement with medical freedoms and stuff, and it blew my mind how much misinformation over the last 70 years has been pumped into us. This has been a long time thing with them trying to confuse us, trick us, get us to give our rights away rather than them taking them.
Exactly.
And that's the difference between the United States and the
I
communists.
like how you put that. Say that again.
Yeah, they're getting us to give them away. They're instilling fear. It's interesting because with communism, they take your rights by force. They can't do that in America. We have too many guns. So what they have to do is scare us and to get us to give them our freedoms, which they will never give back or try not to.
Right.
So what we have to do is we have to not be afraid to speak out. If we know that something works, we need to be able to say it. And that's why God, people like you are important to us. In the Bible in Revelations, it said that at the end of times, His saints will shine brighter and brighter, and speak with a thunderous voice. Well, you guys are the thunderous voice that give us the speech that allows us to make the change.
What I like that you just now said, you said something no one's ever said before. I'm going to repeat it a third time. And I'm going to rephrase it a little bit from how I understand it. Our government has used narratives and ideologies and the media to be able to force us to give our rights up willingly without them having to take it at all.
Yeah.
And they've controlled us not only in the process, but they'll be able to control us easier once we give away our rights.
Yeah, think about it. With the vaccinations, they had to bribe people. They had to give things to people to get them to come and get a shot. It's just like economics in a marketplace. If the public wants something and you come out with it, it will be successful. If the government has to pay them to make it, we don't want it. So they tricked a lot of people with fear, saying, if you don't get this, you're going to die. They actually implemented a system where we will inoculate the 99% to protect the 1%. That's their narrative. That's why they want to do this going forward.
Almost like they used capitalism to try to destroy capitalism.
Yes, and like using the biblical argument against itself with having a separation of church and state.
Right.
That's mentioned in the Bible. It's never mentioned in the Constitution. That is a biblical argument they use against biblical. The word government comes from the Bible when God says about the family government, with the men being the head of the household.
So real quick, I'm going to go back to your business, and then I'm going to ask you a couple more freedom questions.
Sure.
What does Micronic Silver do to protect freedom in America?
Well, it works on so many different things. It helps the immune system. It builds the immune system where it becomes self-sustaining. So God put everything in our bodies to destroy everything that man has created. What man has done is tore down our immune system. So every time you stick a needle in your arm, they have to put something in there that strips you of your God-given immune system. So our immune system starts building from the time that we're infants, and every person that we're introduced to our family, our body meets that person. Whatever's in them that's not supposed to be in us, our body builds immunity to. So our parents, when you were young, your parents would say, go out and play in the dirt. Well, yeah, there's fungus, there's microbes, there's bacteria.
Right.
You build an immune system.
Right.
So what happens, anytime they stick a needle in your arm, they need something to tear that immune system down so your body doesn't attack it.
And Micronic Silver helps build it. Helps build
It's
it
a
back
supplementary to help your immune system work the way that God helps built it inside you.
up. So you truly believe that one of the ways we're losing freedom the most in America is through this medical freedom.
Yeah,
that's under attack.
It's by design. It's been by design for 70 years. Before 1923, silver was the number one prescribed antibiotic in the world.
Wait, when?
Before 1923.
Silver was an antibiotic.
Was the number one prescribed antibiotic in the world.
Can we Google that?
Yeah, you can look it up. Matter of fact, in 1975, TV Guide did a big expose on silver and said they realized it worked on over 5,000 disease states. See, in 1924, Rockefeller tried to patent silver for medical usage, but he couldn't because silver's part of our monetary system. So 3 years later, they discovered penicillin, which they could make synthetically. They control the supply, so they control the pricing. And they posted a 4,000% profit margin ever since, and it gave them the format for every drug that they do now. Every single drug out there is plant-derived. They isolate the compound that works. They make a synthetic version so they can patent it, and they can name their price.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, like the acetaminophen. So if you take over 6 tablets every 6 hours for a week, it could actually kill you. Well, that's basically white willow bark. Now, you could eat 10 trees and it wouldn't harm you.
So it's acetaminophen's made out of white what?
They got it from white willow bark.
Okay.
For its pain-reducing abilities. So they made a synthetic compound to kind of mimic it, but synthetics don't assimilate in the body like all natural does. See, they can't patent all natural. You know, so if you have a scurvy, which is a vitamin C deficiency, vitamin C will cure it. But a doctor cannot prescribe you to take vitamin C or he loses his license because he's prescribing an unauthorized medicine.
See, this is the reason I wanted to bring you on for an interview, because some people might think I'm interviewing about Micronic silver, but when they hear about all the good information that you have along with it, we realize that you've been able to tie medical freedom and facts to a lot of different things that are going on.
Oh yeah, they've been lying to us. There's a lot of doctors now that are not aware. They used to be scientists who would get in their microscope, they would look at things, they would isolate the compounds and actually compound your pharmaceuticals. Now all they do is diagnose and prescribe. So majority of the scholarships that are given by Big Pharma. And we've gotten to the point where, say you have rheumatoid arthritis, they can treat you for the rest of your life with rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis is a bacterial infection caused by a macrophage, and 2 weeks of minocycline will get rid of it. So they can cure it for $370 in most cases, or they can treat you for the rest of your life and make $370,000. So what is their motivation? When you look at eczema is a deficiency of omega-3s. If you have the right balance of omega-3s, it's physically possible to have eczema. But they put you on medicine for the rest of your life or months or years or whatever it needs, but it doesn't get rid of the problem because it's a deficiency of omega-3s. So you get on omega-3s, but they have to have the omega-6 or omega-9, and the omega-3s don't assimilate in the body, but you get on them for 6 months to a year and your eczema will be gone.
This is unbelievable. Turning Point USA. Anything that you want to point out about it for the listeners who might not be able to attend, or what you think about it?
Oh yeah, we are the horrible people they talked about. I mean, you look at this, nobody's yelling at anybody, nobody's screaming. It reminds me of the Reawake America tour when we were in Nashville. I got there at 5:30 in the morning, there was a line of cars 3 miles long to get in. So when it came time to leave, they had cars parked every which way, all packed in. You could not imagine the nightmare. Well, when they left, there wasn't one single horn that was honked. There was never one single person that yelled. So I come to these things. These are great. Everybody's friendly. I mean, there's some closet Democrats here and a bunch of Republicans, and we welcome those people. We welcome everybody. You know, we're the inclusive crowd. We're the one that,
exactly.
We all have to stick together because they are suckering us. They are thinking, oh, well, if you're not a Republican or you're not a Democrat, you're my enemy. No, God made us all.
That's right.
I mean, we're all in this together.
And the media and the narrative likes to tell you that the events like this are just a bunch of right-wing, Bible-thumping, gun-toting Republicans that they might find that we're going to try to take their freedoms away.
Well, that pretty much sums it up, except they're forgetting that we are all patriots. So we put our country before.
Exactly.
So we want the best from the country. And keep in mind, nobody fought for the freedoms in China. Nobody fought for the freedoms of Russia. If we don't fight for our freedoms here, there will be nobody left in this world to stick up for it.
That's right. Jeffrey, you're amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I'm going to ask everybody else, please, if you believe in medical freedom, here's some more information that you might not only have gotten a lot out of, but one of your friends might need to get just as much out of. Please share the video with them, and also tune into the podcast at William Wallis for America. And also check out WilliamWallis.net. Appreciate you guys.
Hey, William.
Yes,
also, can we do a discount on our products for your listeners?
Absolutely.
So if they go to our website, which is micronicsilver.net,
right,
let's get them a discount code where they can get a discount on our products. So
how about WWFA?
We'll have it ready for you.
All right, thank you. So there you go. Go to the website, get discount on products, use WWFA if you're a discount. Thank you so much.
Thank you.